I mean, we've an old phrase, an old saying in Dublin. I've never gone to bed with a dog, but I've woken up with a few. And what you don't want is deception and drama. Guys, welcome back. Your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a Ferrari, and it is parked in my condo building, and it does have a visitor's tag on the windscreen. Obviously the owner can afford to live in a more upmarket place, but he's visiting someone, and guess who it might be? Yes, a beautiful girl. It just goes to prove that if you have the spondulocs, you can get what you want. And what you don't want is deception and drama. Thai culture is all about drama. If you've ever watched Thai TV, the drama programs are amongst the most popular on certain channels in this country. And it's always over the top drama with music like this and music like this. It's all about drama, and it's all about rich people. Yes, it's all about high class, what you would aspire to. It's a bit like, well, it's not a bit like, but it's like, in a way, what Dynasty was, or Dynasty, depending on what way you pronounce that. But it's more over the top drama, and that reflects Thai culture. You're probably aware, if you're a regular viewer to this channel, that I have had a little bit of difficulty with my wife. Not, by the way, lads, she wasn't refusing to sign or to comply with my visa documentation. It was a supplementary document that I needed, and at this stage it's okay, but there had to be drama. That's it, bloody drama. I ran over a cat once in my car. Yeah, I ran over a cat. But you see, the amount of bloody drama that came after that, directly after that event, you wouldn't believe. I'll tell you what happened. I was driving out. I was parked in the local temple. You can do that in certain temples here. I was parked in the local temple, and it was a kind of a feast day or a celebration there, whatever it was. There was a lot of traders and people around the temple area, and I was driving at about 5, 6, 10 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in Imperial. I only speak English. Anyway, as I was driving, I wasn't even thinking. You know, you're driving really slow. And I thought I heard a rumble. Well, I ran over a cat. And Jesus, I swear the world stopped turning. There were finger pointing. My wife her face went white. She started going on at me. Stop the car, stop the car, stop the car. She got out and they all went gak, 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 talking to each other in Thai. And then she said to me, "You ran over a cat." And I said, "I ran over a cat." Oh no, you have to wait. Wait for what? I don't know what the hell the big drama was all about. But there is a lot. Well, I'll just tell you, nothing came of that. It was a complete and utter accident. But there doesn't seem to be... Okay, the Thais have a word that we don't have any word for in English. Sabai, sabai. But that's all very good and well until something happens. And then all hell breaks loose with drama. So that's actually the name of a restaurant behind me there. Bangkok Love. Is there such a thing? Or is it all deception? If you've ever been on a Thai dating site, you probably will have experienced deception. Now, not mentioning, Thai dating sites are fantastic. They're all up front and everything else. But I'm sure you've had the experience, if you have been on one of those sites, where the photo doesn't necessarily match the final product. I suppose this happens elsewhere as well, but we're talking about Thailand. It's a photo of a photo, so they take a photo of themselves in their younger years and they put up, and it's very evident that it's a photo of a photo. That's just a little bit of upfront deception. Thais, you could say Thais don't mean to be deceptive, because all they're doing is saving face. So they're telling you an untruth to save their reputation, so you won't think they're bad, kind of thing. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're being deceptive. But it is more than very rare in my experience, that if you make an arrangement with a Thai to meet at a certain time, they will agree to that time, but it means absolutely nothing. And they might arrive 15, a half an hour, maybe even more minutes late. Deception, I feel I wouldn't say overwhelming, but a very omnipresent sense of deception in Thailand. Where we are now might seem to be a bit deceptive, and indeed it is, because this is Park Terrace. This is what it's like at 11 o'clock in the morning, and this is what it's like at night. Your eyes would deceive you. I can tell you that this is a wonderful establishment. But I've met some girls in Bangkok, not just here, but in various other places, that have tried to, and some have been actually successful in deceiving me. I'm sure we've all experienced a bit of deception in Thailand. Of course, as I keep saying, it's not just unique to Thailand, but we're talking about Thailand. If you frequent, now I mean this, if you frequent go-go bars, because of the very nature of that kind of business, it's all about deception. Of course it is. Do you know, girls wearing makeup and putting on sexy dresses and wearing high heels, that's deception. I mean, it is. I mean, we've an old phrase, an old saying in Dublin, I've never gone to bed with a dog, but I've woken up with a few. And furthermore, this isn't necessarily deception, but it's it's drama. Did you ever notice that in Thai drama, almost all of the actors, and we can't say actresses anymore because of political correctness, you can't say actresses, but I'll say it anyway, the actors and the actresses are all half-breed. Now I hate that term. My son is half Thai, half Irish, but they are all, almost all are half Thai, half European. You won't get a leading part. Now I don't say this, I can't say this with any degree of authority. I can just say it based on my observations, and I draw my conclusions from my observations. You won't, based on those conclusions and those observations, I will say the following. Not saying that it's necessarily the case. From what I can see, all the main characters in Thai drama are not pure Thai. They're half Thai, half European. One of the biggest industries in Thailand is based on deception. It's plastic surgery. And plastic surgery is all about deception. And it's huge here, but it's not unique to Thailand. It's Korea, as you know, South Korea, it's almost compulsory. There's places here, not too far away from me, very many of them in fact, where you can have some fantastic rhinoplasty. And why do Thais want rhinoplasty? Because they want to look like us. Yes, they want to look like us. And the more they look like us, the more successful they perceive they can be. And when you're talking about Thai drama, it pans out exactly like that. You may ask yourself, why do I consistently set my videos on the side of the road or at busy junctions and intersections? And you know why? It's for dramatic effect. You can very easily get fed up, absolutely fed up with the drama here. I live my life. I'll tell you another aspect of this drama bullshit. I've covered this before, that the place where I live, it's all about babao cha-cha, meaning quietly, softly or something like that, and you can't raise your voice. And one of the reasons I don't tend to make videos from where I live is because I speak like this at a higher tone. And every time I do it, and I say almost every time I do it, there's a drama about it. Someone reports me to management for speaking too fucking loud. I mean, what the hell? Why can't they come up to me and say it to my face? I've covered this before. That's what I mean by drama in Thailand. That's bullshit drama. If you want to say something to me, say it to me face. Don't make a big drama about it. Bangkok keeps smiling. I'll explain to you, by the way, why the English translations are so bad. Because in Thai, there's no verb conjugation. There's no past, present, or future tenses. So therefore, they write it in Thai in the present simple, and it translates into the present simple. So instead of saying keep smiling, it says keep smile. That drives me crazy. It's a bit deceptive, because maybe you don't really understand the true message. Well, maybe you do. Smiling in Thailand is bloody deceptive. The land of smiles. Tell me that you cannot agree with me and say that calling the land of Thailand the land of smiles is deceptive. Calling any country the land of smiles is deceptive. Your eyes are not deceiving you. There's no deception here. We are covering a lot of ground in today's video. This is the street Rashida. I'm doing it all on foot. I'm trying to get some exercise in. This is about, give or take, 3 kilometers from where we started. How many of you can say to me, and I'm sure you can, I'll tell you, I'll put it this way. There's a very good YouTuber called Thailand Bound, Peter. And in his early videos, he made so many videos telling stories of guys who came to Thailand and were ultimately deceived. And you tell me, so therefore, if you're familiar with that, you'll be familiar with those kind of stories anyway. And by the way, it's a fantastic channel. Pete does a great job. And I wish him every success down in Hoi Hin. Well done, great move. But that just reiterates the fact that there's deception here. I'm not saying that Thai people are necessarily deceptive, but we put ourselves in a situation that renders ourselves vulnerable to deception. If you wander around the streets, by the way, we're at the street here in Rashida. If you wander around the streets of Bangkok at night, you leave yourself vulnerable. Condio. Okay, I've just been told to stop recording. Hang on a second. He's telling me to get off the roadway. Well, there you go. I make myself vulnerable. I stand in roadways and junctions and stuff like that. He's got nothing to do. That's why he's telling me to do that. I'm sure. God help him. But you put yourself in this vulnerable position. If you're walking the streets of Bangkok at night, you are open to deception. And you'll ask a question and you'll get an answer to suit your question. Do you have a room? Yes, I do. You go and it's a hotel room. She has a hotel room, but she doesn't have a room. But you ask, do you have a room? That happens. Are you a girl? Yes, I am. Actually, that doesn't happen. They're normally upfront about that. Upfront, pardon the pun. I'm not saying that's deceptive, but it could be. You know, in, what is it, Falling Down with Michael Douglas, when he went into the fast food joint and he tried to order breakfast, but they stopped serving breakfast, then he demanded breakfast and he got his whatever he wanted, but what he got didn't match the photo that was on display. We've all experienced that. Not mentioning any names at all. I'm not saying that that's the case here, but we live with deception. We do. It's all around us. Buy a packet of potato chips, or as we call them in Ireland, crisps. Half the bag is full of air. But why do we accept this? It's the same all over the world. You're being deceived left, right and centre. It's not just Thailand. Although, because I live here, I experience it here. We accept deception. And by the way, we deceive. And you know what they say? Oh, what a tangled web we weave and first we practice to deceive. By the way, the street is a wonderful place to come. Your eyes don't deceive you here. This is alive at night and it's great value. It's not over the top. The whole thing about living in Thailand is you've got to adjust to a different culture. And the things that I am mentioning in this video, i.e. deception and drama, exist everywhere. Everywhere. Everyone likes to be dramatic from time to time. You get extra attention. Everyone, I won't say likes to be deceptive. You don't like to be deceptive. But you are deceptive to suit your own goals. I'll say one thing about Donald Trump. I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm just saying, at the moment, when we're talking about Greenland, he's anything but deceptive. I just want to say before we continue in this video that I thank each and every one of you for your comments on my last video about the issues I've been having in my personal life. They seem to be resolving as I speak, but thank you so much for your support. I make videos on YouTube that aren't meant to be deceptive. I think you'll agree. But there are other YouTubers in Thailand that make videos that are definitely deceptive, and they're not doing it to be deceptive. They're doing it just because they're churning out content that they think people want to see, like walking street in Pattaya and bar girls and go-go bars and the other problem with all that is it's all been done before. One of the biggest limitations on being a Thailand-based YouTuber is that it's all been done before and you have to come up with fresh ideas and fresh content. And you know what it is? This kind of content isn't always win the popularity stakes. But I can tell you, it's factual, based on my observations. Isn't it absolutely wonderful to be alive? Be aware of the drama that surrounds you. I mean that. Be aware of the drama and deception that surrounds you. All too often, I recognize deception and I choose not to act on it. I just go with the flow. I'm taken in. I don't think there's a man who is in our position in Thailand that has lived any length of time that can disagree with me when I say that deception is all around us. But again, just to reiterate this, it's the same in every country. It's human nature. But we're talking about Thailand. It's a beautiful breeze. That's the beauty about January in Bangkok. You can get days like this with clear blue skies, and it's about 27 degrees. It's not particularly hot. It's just okay. And it's glorious. It's glorious to have you there. It really is. I love that breeze. I'm sorry if it's interfering with the sound. But if you want to contribute to this video, if you want to let us know how you felt you've been deceived, or how you perceive drama in Thailand and how it affects you, please let me know in the comment section. As I said, I do my very best to get back to as many comments as possible. But let me know either way, lads. I hope you enjoyed it. See you again very soon.